Hi guys, Ike here from HikesOutdoors.com. Today we're going to be doing a product review on the Hycreek 5-piece Stealth Series Bow Hunter package. Like the name implies, there's 5 pieces to this system. There's a moisture, there's a base layer, there's an insulating layer, there's a jacket that I've got on here, and there's a pair of pants that come with this, and a beanie as well. We're going to discuss what each of these are made of, and we're going to show you each layer as we go. I've got some of them on right now. I've got the outer jacket on. It's about 40 degrees out here in the shop, and I've got the inner, the thermal insulating layer on underneath this. So we're going to talk about these, and we're going to show you some of the features on them, and talk about my experience over the last couple of weeks with these things. We all know that when it comes right down to it, it's December right now, and the weather right now is very tough here in Missouri, and it bounces up and down. Today it's about 40 degrees. Yesterday the highs were in the 40s and the lows were in the 20s. Yesterday morning was 21 and there was frost on the ground, and the wind chills were down in the teens. So it's very important to have proper clothing when it comes to this type of weather. And this Hycreek stuff, I've tested it out and everything from 40 degrees with no wind down to in the single digits with a 30-40 mile an hour north wind. We had a front move through last weekend, and we had very high winds with it. Last Saturday evening it was in the 20s. It was about 28, but the wind chill temperature was down in the teens, and it was straight out of the north. This stuff did really good at blocking that wind out, and that's what's important when it comes to this type of weather that we're facing. You got to be warm to be able to stay in the tree stand, and this stuff has been excellent for that. It's been excellent for cold weather, and because it's a 5-piece system, you can add and you can take away layers as you need them. So it's very versatile, and it's been very good for cold weather as well as the 40-degree temperatures that we've been getting. One of the most important things when it comes to this type of year or this kind of weather is to keep your body dry. I know that I walk in most of the time. I'll walk, about the shortest walk that I've got is a quarter mile, and it's downhill. I got to go up a couple draws, and it's a pretty tough walk for a quarter mile. But I'll walk as far as 3/4 of a mile. And this time of year, when the temperatures are down in the teens and single digits, that can be very dangerous. When you get to walking in and you get to sweating, you can develop hypothermia very easily. You got to keep the moisture off of your body. That's how you develop the hypothermia, is by building up that sweat, and your body gets cold, clammy, and wet, and you start to shiver and shake, and then you develop hypothermia, and the next thing you know, you're in some serious trouble. The base layer on this, which I've got hanging up here, is designed exactly to keep the moisture away from your body. This base layer is going to transfer moisture from your skin to the outer layers of the clothing. This stuff fits nice and tight. Well, it's not tight like you see the runners wearing. It's the same type of material that you see athletes wearing in cold weather, you know, but it's not so tight that it's uncomfortable. I've got a couple of pieces of clothing that they're so tight they're just uncomfortable. But this stuff it's very comfortable. It's very effective to wick the moisture away from your skin. It's 100% performance wicking polyester, which is an awesome material to keep the moisture away from you. It's very comfortable. It's not itchy against your skin like some of the wools and some of the stuff like that out there. And this stuff is it's very comfortable. It's well designed, and it fits great. It does an awesome job of keeping that moisture away from your skin. Like I said, I've walked some long distances with this stuff on and built up a sweat. I try to be careful not to build up that sweat, but this stuff has done exactly what it's advertised and kept that moisture away from me. So that's the base layer. This is the first piece. In combination, this is the first piece of this 5-layer system, and it does an awesome job. The next layer that we got here, I've got the bottom layer up here. I didn't think you guys would want to see me modeling this stuff for you, so I left the bottom layers up here. And this layer right here is your thermal layer. This is 100% thermal polyester fleece. It's polar weight, keeps heat in, it keeps the moisture away from you. These pants, they have the nice opening in front, like they advertise for when nature calls. You can see these are nice. These are well built. They're pretty good. They got a pretty good thickness to them. They got a nice elastic waist to them, and they're well sewn. You can see the sewing on this side of this. These are a good tough thermal layer. They're very, very comfortable, and they're silent as well. They're made out of a nice material that is very quiet. This whole system is very quiet. You can see I've got the bottom layer here. It's just a very good thermal layer. The top layer, there's some really cool features of the top layer. One of the coolest features I like is it's got these holes here that you can hook your thumbs into. And once again, these are well sewn around that area, so you're not going to expect any, I don't expect any kind of tearing or any kind of problems with that hole. But so whenever you go to put on your jacket or your next layer, these holes right here will keep you from having to try to keep your try to grip that and keep it down and stuff like that. You just hook those over your thumbs, slide your arms into your next layer, and then pop them off when you're ready, when you got your next layer on. Another nice feature of it is this: it's got a half zipper in it. But the way I like it, I like the high neck in it. Keeps your neck warm. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's not constricting. I've had some of these that are so tight around their neck they kind of make me have that gag reflex because they're so tight. But it's a nice, comfortable layer. It's got a nice pocket here in it. This can be worn as an outer layer in warmer temperatures. Like today, it's about 40 degrees, or actually it's probably warmer than that. It's about 45 degrees. So when I go in, I'd wear the base layer, wear this over the top of it, take the jacket along with me, and then when I get to my tree stand, I can add the jacket as my next layer, and if I need it. But this is a good, comfortable, warm layer, well sewn, well made, and it's got this all woods conceal on it. This is a nice kind of open pattern. It's got a good look to it, and around here in Missouri where we got a lot of hardwoods, a lot of oak flats, stuff like that, this stuff blends in very well. I love this camo pattern just because it's nice and open, and it's got a really good look to the pattern, the tree pattern on it, and the leaf pattern as well. Blends in really nice around here. We'll put in some pictures of this a little later in the video and show you how well it blends in around here. Now the next layer is this jacket layer, which I love the outer layer in this. I'm going to go ahead and slip this jacket on here, show you exactly how those thumb holes work. Nice and easy on the thermal layer. Slide that jacket right on. The jacket and the pants, which you'll see hanging right behind me here, are both made. They got 130, let's see here, I got this written down somewhere. 130 gram low nap fleece outer, and they're lined with the 300 gram Berber fleece. So you can see they got the 300 gram Berber fleece on the inside. Both of these have that. We'll cover these both separately and show you some of the features of these pants as well as the jacket. But you can see they got this nice Berber fleece. That Berber fleece is some of the best material that you can get as far as wind cutting and insulation. I've worn Berber fleece for a long time. I tried out a lot of other stuff as far as wools and synthetics and stuff like that. And I wear Berber fleece. I prefer it over any other system that I've ever tried. Never ever wear cotton to the tree stand. That's just something that I warn you against. Cotton will keep moisture in. It does not wick moisture away. It's very uncomfortable, and it will cause you a lot more problems than it's going to help. So do not ever wear cotton to the tree stand or to the woods. Some of the nice features of this jacket is, like I said, it's got the low nap outer on it. This stuff is silent. It does not hook. It doesn't make any noise whenever you run through the briars and stuff like that with it. It's tough. I put this stuff to the test. I've walked through good big briar patches with it. Nothing sticks to it. Makes no noise whatsoever. You can move around in this stuff and there's no noise. Whenever you draw your bow, whenever you shoulder your rifle, there's no noise with this jacket. It's just, and nothing sticks to it. Whenever you walk up against something, you're leaning against a tree in a tree stand, you're walking through the briars or whatever, nothing sticks to this material. Nothing makes a sound with this stuff. This truly is a good stealth layer, and it's nice, it's warm. And one of the things I like about it is it's got the nice high neck, like the thermal layer has. You can zip that up. It's comfortable. The fit on this jacket is awesome. This thing I love. I don't care how I look when I go to the woods, but this is a nice stylized jacket. The cut and the fit on this jacket look nice. This jacket is, if it wasn't for a hunting jacket, this is one that I'd wear out on Saturday night to well, they're not going on with that, but this is a nice, good looking jacket. All these clothes from Hycreek are very nicely cut. They fit very well, and they look very nice. For me, you know, I don't care how I look most of the time, but doing camera work and stuff like that, it's nice to have a nice camo pattern and a nice cut to your clothes to look good. My favorite feature of this jacket, other than the comfort and the way it looks, is the pockets. You can see the pockets on this are huge. I can actually fit my smaller camera in this pocket. I've got My gloves in there. I've got the beanie, the Hycreek beanie that we're going to talk about here in a few minutes. On this side, like I said, huge zippers and just awesome. Awesome for carrying stuff in and being able to put stuff in your pocket. I got my neck gaiter on that side. My bow pod for when I'm hunting on the ground. Got my release in there. These pockets are very versatile and just an awesome pocket. This jacket and the pockets have very good YKK zippers in them. What I like about them is they're very fine tooth to them, so they're very silent. You can do nice and slow to unzip these things, to open your pockets, to put these on, and there's hardly any noise with them. I'm going a little bit faster than what I would out in the woods here, but so very nice, very quiet. I love that on any kind of hunting clothes that I'm trying to wear is, you know, I'm going to wear my other layers in and I'm going to put this on. I'm going to be unzipping the pockets. You know, I may not have the neck zipped up, and when the wind goes, I may want to zip that up a little bit more. So the zippers are nice and quiet. So it looks good. It's very warm, and it's got an awesome cut to it. Very quality made, quality sewn. You can see around the cuffs on the arm. It's got a couple different layers of being sewn. The outside as well as a double layer on the inside. The camo pattern is the Hycreek All Woods Conceal, which we're going to show you the pictures of this stuff actually out in the field. Looks great. I love this open camo pattern, and it's not going to turn into a blob on you. It's got a very good designed camo pattern to it, and it looks very good. It also has an adjustable waist to it as well, so you can actually pull this waist in, make it a little bit tighter around there. I like it just the way it is. It cuts. The cut and fit are awesome, so it's got that on both sides, so you can suck this waist in a little bit if you need to. The pants here are the same thing. They got that 130 gram outer with a 300 gram Berber fleece inner. They got a Velcro instead of buttons. Got that nice YKK zipper in there in case nature calls when you're out in the woods. It also has a couple of adjustable straps on the side, which for me is very, very important, because I run into the problem with my camo. If they fit around the waist, they're too short, and if they're long enough, then they're too big around the waist. So these are long enough to fit me, and they got the adjustability around the waist, so I can adjust these to fit me to where they're nice and comfortable. It's got a nice elastic back to it, so these are very good adjustability around the waist. Like I said, it's got a very good pocket system on it. Very good deep pockets. Got two in the front, or two on your waist, two down around thigh level, and two down in the back, or in the back. So a nice zipper on the back, and you can see these are. I like the jacket. These are very good, durable. They're quiet. They got a very good amount of adjustability to them. The bottom of them has the same adjustability, and unlike the camo pants, the military issues that have the ribbons that tie, these have a nice elastic to them that you can adjust these in and out that quick, that easy, and adjust them to the way you want to fit. So these are probably the best pants that I've ever worn as far as camo clothing goes. They're quiet when you're going through the woods. Like I said, I've walked through briars with these things, and you can walk right through briars, no problem. They don't stick into these things. They're thick enough, and they're durable enough to hold up to any kind of abuse like that. They're well sewn. The pockets on your thighs got buttons. They're good deep pockets. I like the buttons because they're quiet. Some of the pants have Velcro on them, but these are nice and quiet. I've got my place board in there. I've got a knife still hooked to the top, and overall, just very excellent pants. Some of the best that I've ever worn. I like